Hey guys, hope you're having an awesome day so far. Today's sequence we're going to work on is just a little one that uses actually a folding chair. It's really good for working on your alignment and also to help open up the psoas, the hips, and to help the hamstrings and calves out too. So you need your mat and you need a folding chair. And let's get to it, okay? So here we go. Have your folding chair set up and have the seat of the chair facing you, and pull the chair back on your mat, maybe about a foot back. That way you can utilize the mat to help stabilize the chair too, okay? So first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna lengthen the psoas and the hip flexor. So what I want you to do with the chair, and I'm gonna mirror you guys here for this one, okay? So I want you to actually bring your right foot between the space of the chair, step it through, okay? And then lengthen your left leg back. And here for a moment, you're gonna try to bring that left thigh in contact with the chair. And what we're doing there is we're squaring up the hips. A lot of times we'll step into the chair and our back heel, the left heel will roll out to the right side, and that will unsquare the hips. So what's nice about here, utilize the seat of the chair to square yourself up. So even tap your thigh onto the chair, and if you're able to stay in contact with the seat of the chair, do that. Though if you're taller, you may not touch it, and that's okay, but you still want to work your as-is bones, little bony protrusions here, to square up to the back of the chair here, okay? You're gonna grip onto the chair with the hands to the outside of the top of the chair, and I really want you to push the chair into the ground, okay? As you're pushing the chair into the ground, you're rolling your elbows in, squeezing your shoulder blades together, you're lifting your sternum up, and you're working away from the chair. So you're lifting up versus going down with the chair, okay? That's using that ground reaction force to add a little more power in, okay? And as you're doing this, you're tucking your pubic bone under and pulling the pelvis up and out, or lifting up and out of the pelvis actually. And then try and press back through the left heel. If your left thigh is touching the chair, keep rolling the thigh in, and you even use the chair of pressing the thigh into the chair and then lifting your pelvis up and out of the chair. Hug elbows in, lift your sternum up, and breathe. We're gonna hold here for numerous breaths. Make sure too that the leading knee and the foot are pointing in the same direction, okay? So this is just wonderful for lengthening our psoas. You're gonna work that front leg too. And you're squaring your hips, and this is really good for all of us. You know, in our daily lives, our hips get out of alignment, so we want to square them up. So this is good, obviously, for athletics. The more square you are, you know, the more you're going to put, whether it's ball in the basket or in the net, you know, in the goal, anything like that. So, one more breath here. And good, we're going to release. Now, when we come out, you can scoot your left foot forward. And you could step out if you want to, or lean the chair forward, and then you could just step around and bring your leg out, okay? If that's easier to come out. And then we're gonna change sides, but before you do, notice how the left side, especially in this hip flexor, could feel a lot longer, okay? Let's change sides. So we're bringing left foot through, lengthen that right foot back, keep the feet hips width apart, and if you can tap your right thigh into the seat of the chair, great. If you're tall and you may not get there, that's okay too, all right? So feel the balls of the right foot pressing the ground, and then press back to the heel, but make sure your right heel is not going towards the left corner of your mat, okay? It's going straight back. You're gonna feel the right hip come forward. You're tucking your pubic bone under, lift up out of the pelvis, elbows squeeze in, squeeze shoulder blades together, lift your chest up, do a little back bend, make sure that the left knee and toes are pointing forward, and hold. If you can, even press back through that right heel, all right? And breathe. Holding. Stay with it. Last breath here. And then slowly release out. Again, however, if it's putting the chair forward, stepping out, or just stepping back through. Take a moment, stand tall, and just notice the opening in the thighs, okay? This is something too, if you want to, you can stay a little bit longer to really open the thighs if it feels comfortable, okay? Awesome, so now, let's go ahead and we're gonna flip the chair around, and then I want you to actually fold it up. So the seat of the chair will actually face away from you. We're going to a little straight-legged runner stretch here. Again, the chair will add a little bit of stability for our hips, but also they're going to get us in proper alignment, okay? So you're gonna take the chair, take the backs of those legs and press them firmly into the mat. You're going to lean the chair forward, and what we're going to want to do is put the top of the chair in contact either with the hip points or the upper thighs. So here, let's start with our right foot coming forward, and your left foot's gonna come back. Let me move out of the way so you can see real fast, okay? And let's make sure the feet are hips width apart, and we're also making sure that our left toes are pointing forward and we're not angling right now, okay? So we're squaring up the hips. Then, you're going to lean the chair, lean forward and press your hips into that chair, that hip flexor into the chair, or those as-is bones. Press your hands into the chair, lift the sternum up. Now, if you're dealing with a herniated disc, this could be good for you, okay? Just to stay here, keeping the chest lifted. Back bends are always good for you there. But if you don't have any herniated disc, you're gonna reach the torso forward, and then you're gonna slowly release the torso over the chair, okay? And this is where you can notice for some of us that this left hip has come off the chair, and now you're turning your body to the left. Keep the left hip flexor rolling in through your inner thigh, squeeze together, and then you can slowly bring your torso further down the chair. You also get some nice flexion for the back there. If that's good for you, and stretch out the QL in the back, but also then work in the hamstrings. Some of us may even dorsiflex that right foot, and you can get a nice stretch for the calf. And if it's possible, you may even bring your foot in contact with the bar of the chair, okay? If that doesn't work, it's okay. You can always have the foot below or have the chair a little in front, keep the foot dorsiflexed. And then feel your right hip pull back a little bit and your left hip come forward and push into the chair. Holding here, feel the back foot press into the ground. Breathe. Good, and then slowly, if you're dorsiflexing that right foot, bring it back down, and then slowly rise up. Coming out, stepping forward, and then changing sides, okay? Right foot goes back, keep the feet hip width apart. We'll bend or tilt the chair here, right into the hips. Keep the hips square, as is bones, going forward. Hands in contact with the chair, lift your sternum. Feel that right foot press the ground, and then slowly come forward. Lift the sternum up, and then go a little deeper in. Tuck the chin slightly. And if you want to dorsiflex the left foot, go for it, but you don't have to. Breathe. Last breath. And then slowly power up. Release out. Awesome job. Okay. Now, let's add in a little bit of strengthening, okay? So we'll actually open the chair back up. Chair will touch the ground here, okay? And then we're going to work ourselves forward, and we're going to work into a little modified warrior 3, okay? So here, the thighs will touch the chair, okay? And for some of us that are super tall, you can actually grab yoga blocks, and you can put the yoga blocks underneath the legs of the chair, and so you actually will lift the chair up higher. So if you need that, definitely use those blocks, okay? But at first, you can put your hands onto the seat of the chair, thighs are touching the chair. You're gonna drop away here onto your left foot. You're gonna lift the right leg back behind you, so like skin your right foot across the ground. Toes are pointing towards the ground, so keep the foot dorsiflexed. Don't let the foot roll out to the side, and don't point the toes right now. We're keep the foot dorsiflexed. And then from there, you lift your sternum up, shoulder blades work together. Your hands can slide down onto the seat of the chair, and then you're squaring your hips up on top of the chair, okay? And you're pressing right back through that left heel and squeeze the thighs together, okay? And then for a little extra work here, you're gonna drop weight onto that left hand, and you could sweep the right arm up and reach the right fingers forward. And you're breathing. Good. Last breath. Slowly bringing that right hand down, left foot down. Lift the torso up. And then change sides. Okay? Shifting weight onto that foot. Right leg will lift. Dorsiflex the right toes towards the ground. Keep your hips touching the top of the chair, okay? You need to tilt forward a little bit, you can. Press back through those right toes. You're gonna drop weight here, maybe on that right hand, and you can lift the left arm up. Feel the left humerus bone press back in the shoulder socket. Breathe. Keep your core lifting and feel your ribs press towards your back. Last breath. Slowly release. Gently come up. Boom, and stand tall. And then either you can keep the chair folded out or folded up, depending on how tall you are. If you're tall, you fold the chair up, you'll tilt the chair so it's up at the top of the hips, and all you'll do is come forward, feet are square, and you're gonna release your torso over the chair, getting a release for the back, but also the hamstrings. Though some of us, if you're a little shorter, you can have the chair open up, lean over the chair so your hips touch the chair, and your forehead can rest on the chair and the arms can hang. So I want you to do what's going to feel best for you. Just to release the spine, but also we can stretch out the hamstrings a little bit there. Last breath. And slowly come up. Hands can help you come up, pressing the chair. And you release. So feel free, guys, to repeat this sequence. And feel free to even stay in them a little bit longer. It's something that really is wonderful, again, for realigning our hips and helping to strengthen the legs, but also to stretch the legs and stretch the hips as well. So I hope that you found this entertaining, and I hope that you do it, because you'll find out that it's a lot harder than it looks, and it feels amazing. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you're going to stay well, and we'll see you soon. Namaste.